So today I get this tip from a very reliable source, my mother, about this antique mall. So I hop in the car, and this time my wife and daughter come with me, because there's nothing that my wife loves more than going to an antique mall and looking for that retro goodness. So we pull up to the antique mall. Now I've learned not to judge a place by its outside appearance, because as soon as we walk in, my mind was blown on how big this place was. So as we walk in, I hang an immediate right, and the very first glass case I come to has something in it that I've been looking to pick up for a while. So I picked up the vintage speeder bike and the Scout Trooper. They were a package deal for only $15. Yeah, the Scout Trooper didn't have his weapon, but for $15, I'm not complaining. We walk up to this case, and my wife notices on the wall behind me a couple pegs with Power of the Force 2 figures on them. None of the figures I needed, but it was still cool that we finally saw something, and this gave me hopes that we're about to stumble on the jackpot. So we're walking down this aisle, and then finally I see it, like the curtain opened in front of me. Retro goodness. The walls of this booth are just covered with action figures. You got Power of the Force 2, he had X-Men, there was Congo, there was even Elf figures. But one of the coolest things in there, aside from the Star Wars, was the vintage Hasbro WWF figures. They were in pretty good shape. They were $5 each, and none of them had any of the accessories that they came with, but it was still a pretty cool find. And over to the right, I instantly spot a G1 Transformer. And then my wife noticed before I even saw it. In beautiful condition was a Darth Vader carrying case from The Empire Strikes Back. And over to the right, in all of these glass cases up against the wall, they were just filled with vintage Star Wars. There were loose figures that came with their card backs, and then right in the middle of this booth there was a spinning case that had vintage Star Wars and vintage He-Man in it. I ended up getting one figure out of the spinning case, and that was General Veers, or the AT-AT Commander. He was called the AT-AT Commander in the vintage line, but I've always called him General Veers because to me, that's who I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be. This place was really great. I definitely found some good deals. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to walk the whole store. The wife and I pretty much just walked around the outside, and I got so caught up in that one booth that by the time I finished looking there, I had to check out and leave. But I definitely plan on going back, because who knows what else this store has.